guys, it's Ilana. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be exploring South Portland. So if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name's Ilana and I post content about navigating life and dating in Portland. So if you're thinking about moving to the Pacific Northwest, or maybe you're single navigating the dating world, go ahead and subscribe down below because I think you'll really like it here. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and explore South Portland. Before getting into any further about South Portland, I do want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Sono Bello. We will be getting into them in just a little bit, but I definitely think that South Portland is up and coming. It is still being developed. There are a couple of things that you can still do in South Portland, and plus, I mean, check out the beautiful view of the Willamette River in the back of me. You can't go wrong with that. So we're gonna just talk about some cool coffee shops, places to eat, things to do, and even some cool businesses along the way. So let's talk about a couple things that you can do here in South Portland since it is pretty small. So one of the first things you can do is, well, I'm standing at it and this is Willamette Park. So Willamette Park is a pretty small park in South Portland, but it's got lots of greenery. It's really beautiful during the spring. And what's really cool is that they have a boating dock that you can take your boats to, so you can sail on the Willamette River. They do have a dog park pen that you can take your dog to. Plus they have a lot of like walking areas that you can walk around with a friend or a partner or even by yourself. I do think that Willamette Park is pretty underrated in my opinion, but I do think it is really cool that this is a great place to take your boat, especially if you want to sail on the Willamette River. That is something I haven't done yet, so I know I want to do that soon. Another park in South Portland is Elizabeth Carruthers Park. So this is a smaller park. This is going to be a better park to take your kids to because they have a lot of splash pads, there's a lot of walkways and some flowers, and there's a lot of public art that's around the park. It's really small, but it's definitely a cute little park in this neighborhood that I definitely think is worth exploring. I guess you could say this is something to do, but it's something that's really cool in Portland, and that is the aerial tram. I have not done this yet, but basically this is like a method of transportation that gets you to the OHSU hospitals and the medical school over there. It's basically just an aerial car that extends on a cable. That is a really cool way to get on it. You can't use your Hop Fast Pass card to pay for it. I believe you do have to buy a ticket. The tram is not that expensive. It only costs $5.65 for a round trip. So this is really cool if you want to see a really awesome view of the city. Definitely an awesome thing that you could do with a kid. Since kids love stuff like this, I would love something like this. So I really hope that I can get a chance to do this, but definitely something worth checking out. They have lifted the restrictions for the public, and I will say you still have to wear a mask just because it is great access for the hospital, and hospitals are still really particular about COVID, so just keep that in mind. The last thing that you can do in this neighborhood is to walk the Tillicum Crossing Bridge. This is a pedestrian only bridge, so you can either ride your bike or you can walk across it, and also the Max car can go over it as well, but no other cars or commercial vehicles can drive on this bridge. It is only meant for public transportation and pedestrians only, which I think is really cool, and it's just one way that you can get across the river. South Portland has a lot of businesses, and Sono Bello is one of them, which is where I got my chin surgery done. So come on, let's talk about them really quick. A quick break from exploring South Portland to talk about our sponsor, which is Sono Bello. As you may, or maybe you don't know, back in February, I got surgery on my chin, and that was laser liposuction. I have been transparent about it for a while, and I had made a whole podcast episode about my experience. I went to Sono Bello to get my procedure done. I've always been very insecure about my double chin ever since I was young, and even when I was on contest prep, I still was not able to fully get rid of it because right when I would reverse diet, my whole face would puff out like a balloon and I was back to having two chins again. So thanks to Sono Bello, I was able to eliminate one of my biggest insecurities. I feel so much better now that I've had this surgery, so it's been about 3 months since I've had it. No matter how much diet and exercise you may do, sometimes you just can't eliminate stubborn body fat, and that's what Sono Bello can do to help that. The day before my surgery, I had such a great experience with the nurses getting my test done and learning more about the procedure, and then the day of the surgery, I was very well taken care of and medicated properly, and I was given such specific instructions to help me have a smooth recovery. And let me tell you, I had a really easy recovery after my surgery and didn't experience a lot of pain. And I just can't stress enough about the positive experience I had going through the whole entire procedure, from the consultation to the end results. I truly feel like my best self, and that is why I wanted to talk about Sono Bello with you guys. I mean, I just absolutely love my chin. You can see just how more defined my jaw looks. If you were to see other side profiles of me in other videos, you can see that I have just lots of chins, and now I don't have that, and it feels amazing. She is snatched, and I cannot wait to see what it will look like within the next 3 months. Just so you know, Sono Bello is not located in Portland specifically. They have over 70 locations in the US. So if you are interested in finding ways to remove stubborn body fat, make sure you click the link in my description of this video so you can schedule your free consultation and get $250 off on your procedure. Thank you again to Sono Bello for sponsoring this portion of this video. And with that, let's get back to exploring more of South Portland. Other places where you can find some businesses in South Portland is the Macadam Market. So there's a cute boutique store called Here We Go Again. They have a couple of restaurants, which I will mention in just a little bit. But this is going to be your place for shopping in South Portland. So definitely check out to see what kind of stores they have to offer. So I tried changing angles, yet the sun's still in my face, but let's talk about some of the food options in South Portland. So Macadam Market has a couple of places. So you have Sweet Cocoa G, which is like a bakery artisan dessert shop. I hear that the cinnamon rolls are to die for, and they are something you must get while you're there. Other places to eat in Macadam Market is Bamboo Grove Hawaiian Grill, which is Hawaiian food. You also have New Taste of India, which you can get some good Indian cuisine, and Thai PK if you're interested in Thai food. So those are some really great local places within Macadam Market that you can get for food. Within a 4 to 5 minute walk from Macadam Market, you can also check out Cafe du Barry, which is like a French-American cuisine restaurant. They usually open up for dinner time, and it is family owned, and I hear that this is a really great place in South Portland. And right across from Cafe du Barry is McManaman's Fulton Pub. So if you would like to get a drink or some pub food, that is another place that you can get for food and drinks. And then one final food spot that I want to mention in South Portland is Elephants on Corbett. Elephants is like an iconic deli in Portland. There's a couple locations around the city, but South Portland does have a small location. So if you're looking to get like a deli sandwich, this is going to be the perfect spot to do that. So for some coffee shops, there are a few places. First, you have Jola Cafe, which is a family-owned business, and they have lots of espressos to choose from and some pastries that you can purchase. Another coffee shop that's a little bit further up Macadam, closer to where the streetcars are, is Oracle Coffee. So if you want more of just like coffee and not a pastry, that is another place that you can go to. And in terms of bars, I did mention Fulton Pub earlier, so that is one spot that you can get for drinks. And then another spot that's really popular is the Jolly Roger. So Jolly Roger has like a very pirate theme to it. It's supposed to be really fun. I believe they do trivia there, and it also is a pub, and I do believe they serve food. But if you're looking more for like that pub scene to drink, that's gonna be a really good spot to do that. So y'all tell me, what was your favorite spot in South Portland? Did you learn something new? If you liked this video, do make sure you give it a thumbs up. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye!